This is the channel where we learn from some of our favorite singers together. My name is Liza Quin. I am thrilled to have you here. If you initially subscribed to this channel because of my Nightwish video, then you probably are going to be excited about this one as I am. This is Floor Jansen, whom I got to know because of Nightwish. As usual, stick around to the end and I'll try to do a slightly deeper dive into some of the things that we can learn from the performance. I want to make sure that you get the most value out of these, and if you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. These videos are made possible with your support and the support of sponsors like that of today's video. Valencia Theater Seating was nice enough to let me test out these two incredible Tuscany Ultimate luxury cinema chairs, and while I don't have a cinema room just yet, we are testing them out in our living room, and I feel like they could work in a lot of different spaces, and it has really made our living room feel like a home theater. They are the most comfortable, luxurious, incredible chairs. At the end of this video, I'll go into more detail about what you can expect out of this Tuscany 2.0 version, but right off the top, not just is the craftsmanship extraordinary, but the versatility of these chairs, the ability to make them as comfortable as you want them to be, is just unmatched. And without further ado, let's go ahead and learn from our faves.
Tell me something, girl.
Pretty.
Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. In all the bad times I fear myself.
That is stunning. Oh my God.
Tell me something, girl. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Eat it hard, keeping it so hardcore. I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change.
Woo.
In all the bad times I fear myself. I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, we're far from the shallow now.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it here to digest a little bit before this big bridge part. Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. Aside from obviously her interpretation, her ability to connect, the fact that it draws you in because it's so intimate, it feels like she's right in your ear just talking straight to you. And you 100% feel every single emotion that's flowing out of her body. But aside from that, those breathy textures, always on pitch, which is not always easy to sustain, that little vocal fry, she's using it beautifully at the tops of phrases, not just to add emotion and texture, but also control, and I can explain a little bit more about that on the back end. Also, what I call the little floats, shallow, into like that floaty, very breathy head voice. I mean, it just adds so much texture, so much dynamics, so much emotion. Let's go back a hair. Nice approach.
I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in, underneath the ground.
There's that float.
Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, we're far from the shallow now.
I want to see their reaction. Some of you briefly told me a little bit about this show. I'd love to know more about it. I actually have a video where I checked out Emma Heaster's before, so that's pretty cool. But just more about the context of the show, the fluidity right here. Let me just go back and play it real quick.
In the shallow,
Woo, so fluid. There are a couple ways she could have approached that, but she decided to pull it back. It just feels like she's like tiptoeing through it, and it just, do you see how everyone's reaction was similar? We all had a very similar reaction where we were like, oh. It just sort of gave us this sense of like, oh, how beautiful. I was not expecting that. So delicate and so effective. Just stunning. The vocal fry is basically just when your vocal cords come a little closer together and they create some friction. They're not banging against each other. It's just a gentle rub. It should feel very good, very healthy. And here at the top, she gives us a little bit of this fry, as I mentioned before.
I'm falling.
Looking for it.
In all the good times I found.
So right there, in all the good times. It's not a grab, it's not aggressive, it's just relaxed. Letting that kind of come together adds texture, adds emotion, and it also adds this great control when you're doing things with a lot of breath. So that's one of the huge takeaways that I think we could learn, aside from just like, masterclass and just an overall brilliant performance. The other thing is when she approaches this first chorus, it's so gorgeous the way she comes in. Check it out.
I fear myself. I'm off the deep end.
A little bit of narrowing, a little bit of fry on the is really helpful to not attack. A glottal attack is when we have this sort of like and this song is one of those songs where it can get stuck in the throat if you're not used to the technique. It's a smooth way in, and it's allowing that passageway to be narrower so you're not kind of letting all that air kind of get away from you. So I hope these little things help. I know I am going to be watching this over and over a ton of times. I think Floor is just wow. I am going to link Valencia Theater seating below. Thank you once again to them for sponsoring this video. They are draped in semi-analine Italian Napa leather. It is so buttery soft. I mean, you run your hand across these things and it is incredible. You settle into it and it's just like, oh, being wrapped in a warm hug. And if you prefer a vegan option, they have that as well, which I absolutely love. They have this beautiful perforated French diamond stitching. They have chrome cup holders, a little area where you can add accessories. I would love to get the tray accessory. The memory control panel is also chrome. It's absolutely beautiful. I heard some people mentioning that the first edition had a light that wouldn't turn off. So in this 2.0 version, you can turn off the light. You can turn off the RGB lights, or you have 7 different ones to choose from. So the cup holder lights up. There's LED lights on the bottom. And it's really cool to set up the concert/movie vibe if that's what you're going for. There's some great storage where I can add some headphones. I can add a charging cable for both the headphones and a phone. There's USB-C and USB. And the storage is so luxurious because it's like lined in velour. Whose idea was that? I want to shake their hand. It's absolutely awesome. But what's even more awesome is I can set the lumbar support to exactly how I need it. The headrest is adjustable, so it's not just that it's reclining, but you also have all these little extra adjustments. They're a big part of the set now. They're a big part of this channel. Make sure you check out the original video. More of this artist and more on Valencia Theater seats below. I hope to see you guys next time. Take care, guys.